Historically, the Lutheran Church has been very bold in confessing the Christian faith. In the 16th century, Christian men and women were burdened with sin, and the Roman Catholic Church at that time was not even lifting a finger to help relieve that burden. Instead, Christians were pointed to themselves, to their works and their good deeds, to know they were saved. Guess how comforting that was? Not at all. People were driven to despair and were terrified of God, because they never knew if they did enough, or if what they did was good enough. Along came Martin Luther, a monk who, when he read the scriptures, saw not only the law, what we must do, but more importantly, he saw the gospel, what God has done for us through Jesus Christ. It turned out that the Christian church had always valued the gospel, but over the course of time had confused it with the law. Christians who heard the gospel found their consciences unburdened, their sins forgiven. They were certain they were saved on account of Jesus Christ. They saw God no longer as a wrathful deity, but as their loving Father in heaven, who didn't spare his own Son but gave him up for us all. Needless to say, people were willing to die rather than have this gospel taken away from them. And so on June 25th, 1530, in Augsburg, Germany, Lutheran princes and laymen appeared before Emperor Charles V to confess what they believed. Whether they were allowed to believe this and still live in the Holy Roman Empire, or whether they were killed on the spot, they didn't care. They knew what they believed, and they were willing to lose their lives if necessary. A document called the Augsburg Confession was presented and read at the imperial meeting at Augsburg that summed up what the Lutherans believed and confessed to be true. When putting together the We Believe section of the website, we could think of nothing better to do than confess these same articles of the Augsburg Confession, because they are true to the Word of God and focused on the gospel of Jesus Christ. Dr. Gregory Bruck, who was at that imperial meeting at Augsburg, said to the emperor after the reading of the Augsburg Confession, "Most gracious Emperor, this is a confession that will even prevail against the gates of hell, with the grace and help of God." For more information on the Augsburg Confession, see the Book of Concord link on our links page. And with that introduction, read what St. Silas Lutheran Church believes. Don't worry, it's in English.